Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to go over something really simple. Most of your gear reduction starters, whether it's Toyota, this is Toyota, or Dodge, a lot of gear reduction starters. A lot of times when you hit the key, it just goes click, 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 and you go out and buy a new starter and spend $200 when you really don't have to. So what I'm going to do is show you really quick how to change the contacts inside of here, and it's really straightforward. And the kit costs comes with the plunger and the contacts. I bought those for 12 bucks. And usually these gear reduction starters, the internals don't go bad. It's just the contacts get burned out from. Anyhow, take the starter out. There's 3 bolts to hold this cover on. And take the cover off. Make sure not to lose that gasket, because that keeps all the moisture and crap out of the inside of the starter. Okay, and then you take the plunger out and hang on to the spring. You're going to need it. Most kits that I've used in the past doesn't come with the new plunger. They usually just come with the contacts, which is usually most of the time is the problem. As you can see, this doesn't really look that bad. It's pretty uniform. So what happens is, this side here, as you can see, has got a huge lip in it, and this side doesn't. So when you hit the key, what you're hearing is this. All right? But if it ain't contacting across both sides of if this side is lower than that side, then it's not going to do anything. So what you got to do is take these 2 contacts out and replace them with said new ones. Just keep in mind, inside of here is plastic. There's a plastic shim, and there's also a rubber O-ring inside there to keep this, because this goes straight to the damn battery. And if you don't do this right and hook the battery up, you're going to be welding inside of here. So pay special attention to this when you put it back together, so that way things don't get screwed up. All right, it's going to take 2 hands, so give me a second and I'll show you what it looks like when it's tore apart. So this is what it looks like when you take it apart. This is the part that I was talking about that gets ate up. This is the plastic piece that keeps the battery positive from touching the grounded armature of the starter. So don't break that. And then you have this plastic piece that goes over that as well. It's kind of an isolator locator, and then you have your lock washer and nut, and that's the nut that holds the positive onto the positive battery cable on. Pretty straightforward stuff. So you just take this little guy off, and then you'll have to, this is just pressed on. It doesn't take much effort, because this is only, I think, brass or copper or whatever. It just takes a little bit of effort to knock it off, and then you have to do the same thing when you put it back together. Do not use that nut to try and tighten that up, because you will break that plastic piece, and when you break that, you're going to have a really bad day. So just food for thought. Use the vise. I've used many different things hell, you could probably use a set of pliers to hold the bolt while you press this on. It just takes a little bit of effort, but just to let you know. All right, so anyhow, got the new one on. Basically, how I did this is I just mounted that and then used a deep socket. That way it's deep enough that you don't hit the stud, because you need the threads to be good. Anyhow, put that on there. Just give her a light tap. It doesn't take much. It's just got splines on there just to hold it in place. Since it's about 10 degrees out here, and this side looks fantastic, it's not even got any kind of grooving at all, I'm going to go ahead and just leave that alone. So you can really see how much of a groove was worn into that thing, so it just wasn't getting a good contact. At least I hope that's the problem. Hey, if anything, worst case scenario, at least I taught you guys how to do this. So anyhow, ideally you want to change this and that. It's the same deal to do this side. You just have to be careful of this wire right here. It's not very thick, but it's the same principle. You have the same players in the ball game. You have that, you have the plastic thing, the spacer, and that. You do both of them. Put the new plunger in with the spring. Sometimes if this is really screwed up and you can't get a plunger, you can just take a piece of sandpaper and just clean it up. All right, just like that, it's back together. Another thing I like to do is when I'm tightening this up, to make sure that that puck stays nice and flat, is usually I'll hold this up against it when I tighten it down. That way the puck doesn't tilt one way or another. It's nice and flat, and keep the battery in line with getting enough voltage to the side of the solenoid that sends power to the actual part of the starter that doesn't have anything wrong with it. Awesome. I'll put the cover on and we'll throw this thing in there, and hopefully this thing's good to go. If you do have any questions, make sure to leave in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you on that as best I can. Thanks for watching.